Hello and welcome back to my FPL channel. I am FPLD and today you're here for a very important video prior to the deadline stream. If you're on Wildcard 31, this video is tailored for you and I'm going to be delivering you two strategies. The strategy that I am on, which is avoiding free hit 34, and the strategy that some other people are pushing, and that is the double game week 33 strategy and then free hit 34. Now, hopefully I'm providing something a little bit different that will make a lot of sense. And with that being said, smash a like on the video. I am on holiday. I've driven 6 hours here. My back is sore. I've slept on a bed at my mum's place that is just no good for me. So I'm not very happy. With that being said though, please smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed and share it with your friends. Leave us a comment as well if you are on Wildcard. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So here we are, the FPLD in an updated chip strategy. I played my wildcard in game week 30. In game week 31, I am so torn on team value that I just couldn't bear the thought of Gabriel, who I haven't rated all season long, getting me 1 point in the 15 minutes I owned him, and then essentially just getting me no points, and then losing me price. I just couldn't do it. So I've moved him, he's gone, see you later. Good riddance, never again. He's on the never again list, 100%. I didn't know him last year at all. And this year, I should have just stuck with my original plan. I would have saved me a transfer. But I am all in on the double game week 32 bench boost strategy. So Kukurea comes in. He's got Ipswich at home next week. And in blank game week 34, which is why I picked him, he's got Everton at home. So two really nice fixtures in the game weeks where I need him, and then I don't need him in any other one of those weeks. So for me, I'm not interested in the fact that his fixtures from 35 through to 37 are bad. He could well become someone else over those weeks. It just depends on what I intend on doing. So bench boost 100%, game week 32. Game week 33, I will be rolling the transfers and or playing my triple captain. I'm not 100% certain whether I'm going to play my triple captain yet. It just depends on the form that Saka looks like he's in. And if he is and looks in good form, and maybe if they're out of the Champions League, I'd play the triple captain on Saka in game week 33 with those nice little run of fixtures there. Blank game week 34, I will be making 3 free transfers. Touch wood, I get no injuries between now and then. And I will be rolling with 11 players in that game week. I'm not going to be free hitting. I'm going to show you what kind of a draft I'm going to be looking at, because that is the second draft I'll be sharing in this particular thing. Game week 35, I'll be making transfers as required based on the fixtures, etc. There is a potential chance of a double game week 36. And if that's the case, that is also another week where I potentially could play the triple captaincy chip. And then obviously, blank game week 37 could be a result of double game week 36, but we're not sure yet. Those two are very much up in the air, and there's a small percentage chance. I think it's 50% chance and below, so not amazing chances. And then I'm set up for glory. I'm playing the final game week with a free hit chip, which means I don't need to save any transfers. It's just between now and the end of the season, using them as I see fit. And I think this strategy, hopefully, I'm at rank 1099 at the moment. Hopefully, it means I'll finish with a top 5k finish. And it means I'm going against the grain, because everyone's looking at free hit 34. And I just think there's better options at this particular moment in time. So that's my play. So the updated chip strategy for people that are wildcarding in game week 31 and have assistant manager still to play. So I've got two different strategies, and these might not apply to you, but they might apply to you at the same time. So strategy 1 is game week 31 wildcard, game week 32, 33 bench boost, game week 32, 33, 35, 36 triple captain. You can pick your weeks, whichever one you want to play them in. And then game week 34, you're free hitting. So the first draft I'm going to share with you today is that. Strategy 2 is game week 31 wildcard, game week 32 to 34 assistant manager. Yes, that's right. You can actually play this if you're not free hitting in 34, the assistant manager next week, which might actually be a better week to play it. I'm not sure. You be the judge of that. Game week 35, 36, triple captain, bench boost. You obviously can do that in 37 as well if you really want, if there's a week there you really like the look of. And then you can jump on board with my strategy, which is the game week 38 free hit. I love it. I think there's a lot to love there. So my game week 1 confirmed team. My current squad for game week 31, I've got 1.1 million in the bank, squad value of 107.1 million pounds. I've moved Gabriel this week. As I said, he was dropping in price, and it's a calculated gamble. I mean, like, Kukurai could get injured this week and I'm wasted a transfer, and then I'm going to be taking a -4 in game week 34. But I'm backing it in. I didn't want to lose that team value, and I've been banging on about that all season long. But for me, it is very important. So I'm all in now on the bench boost 32 with the move and avoiding the free hit play in game week 34. So as you can see there from my team, obviously the players that are blanking in game week 34 are Raya, Munoz, Saka, Marmoush, Ismail Assar, and Mateta. So I only need to move 3 of those players out to field a team in 11. And at the moment, I'm highly likely, and we'll look at my draft for the next thing, but it's likely to be Cunha that comes in on the forward line. He's back. He's back from suspension next week. So if I was wildcarding this week, I think I'd actually ignore Mateta and go straight for Cunha. I'll talk about that in a second. And then Ismail Assar will probably become a Langer. And then one of the defenders highly likely will stay. And actually, I'll get rid of Saka as well. So Saka will leave along with Ismail Assar, and it'll be Alanga and probably, I don't know, Bruno Fernandes. Whoever's got a good fixture from 35 to 37 is definitely where I'll be looking. Also, Chris Wood is an option post 34 to 37 if he's fit and available as well, but I haven't really covered him in this particular video. So, the Game Week 31 wildcard draft free hit 34. So this is the ultimate squad, I think, for free hit 34. And look, this should be affordable for most people. Like, I put this together with, I've got about 4 million left in the bank after I put this together. So this is based on a squad value cost of 103.6 million. Now, you might need to free up some more money. In that case, you can just get rid of Eze for Sarr. You might have more money, you can just get Murphy to Gordon. But this draft has 14 assets between Newcastle, Palace, Arsenal, City and Villa. So you're all in on the double game week 33 play. You're also set up for an immediate bench boost in game week 32 or game week 33. But it does lock you in 100% for the free hit 34. And you can move a Newcastle asset. I've just abbreviated Newcastle because I was running out of room here on this slide. You can move a Newcastle asset to a Villa asset after game week 32. So it might be a Jacob Murphy to a Marcus Rashford or an Asensio or a Rodgers. Or it could be an Isaac to a Watkins. It's entirely up to you. Obviously, you're kind of locked in because you've got Martinez in the goalkeeper position and Dean. Maybe you want to get rid of Martinez, and then maybe you want to have a Murphy and an Isaac, and your 2 free transfers in 33. Maybe that's Rashford and Watkins, and maybe just pick another goalkeeper with a nice fixture in 32, which could be Verbruggen if you're double game weeking, if you're bench boosting then, or if you're bench boosting in 33, you just go with Areola. Either or, they're both really good options. You can't go too far wrong with either. So, the one that I really like though, and this is against the grain, the Game Week 31 wild card draft with no free hit 34. And I think this is just going outside the box, right? This only has a squad value cost of 102.4 million, and I really rate it. Like, if you look ahead of the fixtures and think, is double Game Week 33 really that good? Like, Aston Villa have got Man City. Like, are they really going to get anything then? And Newcastle. 2 very difficult fixtures. Crystal Palace play Arsenal and Bournemouth. Again, I would argue the fixtures aren't too flash for them. For Arsenal, yes, it's a very good double game week, provided their players stay fit, which is a very good debate in itself. And then you've got Pep Roulette. Like, arguably, I think that Guardiola and Marmoush are the only 2 absolute locks in that team that I'd be confident saying they're both going to play both games. Even he might rest some players prior to the FA Cup semi-final. So again, I think double game week 33 is being overrated, which is why I like the no free hit 34 strategy. So, as I said, squad value cost of £102.4 million allows you to play also the assistant manager chip in 32 to 34 on Glasner, because I've only picked 2 Palace players here, and then you move that assistant manager in 34. It also leaves you with 2 free transfers to deal with making sure you're not blanking in 34 as well, plus that manager transfer. So I've accounted for all those 3 things. So it's a really good strategy, I think. It still leaves you with 3 Newcastle, 2 City, 2 Arsenal. Again, fairly decent. And obviously you've got the 2 Palace players as well. So you've still got 6 doublers in that double game week 33. And I don't think it's that bad, like just covering yourself that way. You can obviously bench boost in game week 32, and as I said, you only need 2 free transfers to field a squad in game week 34. And look, I really rate Cunha. Cunha is almost 100% going to be coming in for Mateta in game week 34 for me. He's got an amazing fixture. He's got Leicester at home in 34. In 32, even next week, he's got Tottenham at home. And Tottenham are going to be all mines in the Europa League. So for me, I just think that also makes a lot of sense. In terms of the other players, obviously I've gone with Milinkovic. He's a great defender. He's in my team obviously as well. And Porras is just amazing. I've ditched Saka for Elanga. And I've kept Palmer because I think Palmer's fixtures between now and then. And I think he's 100% he's going to play more minutes than Saka over the next 4 or 5 game weeks. I think that's almost a guarantee. You've obviously got Verbruggen in there as well for bench boost 32. So like the fixtures when you look at it in bench boost 32 are all really good. Like Crystal Palace and Newcastle have the double. Guardiola, Marmoush, they have the Crystal Palace fixture. Cunha has Tottenham at home and he'll be back in the team for that 100%. Elanga, obviously, and Milinkovic have Everton at home. Again, a really nice fixture. So there's a lot to love there. Mo Salah obviously has a fairly decent fixture against West Ham in game week 32 as well. And obviously you've got Eze here instead of Sarr, which is slightly more differential. There's a lot to love here. And I'm just hoping that that's what other people think as well. I just think it's a great shout moving forward. And yeah. So, my updated team selection for game week 31. I can't believe we're in game week 31. There's only 9 weeks left. 8 weeks left. What am I on about? 8 weeks left starting this week. Oh, it's going to be over before we even know it. So I've obviously got Raya in goal, Guardiola, Burn, Munoz in defence, Murphy, Salah, Saka and Palmer as a vice-captain in the midfield. And up front I've got Mateta, Isak captain and Marmoush. I know Isak is flagged, but the last time he was flagged he scored 13 points and he outperformed Salah in that game week that he was yellow flagged in. So for me, I'm all in on that. And I think Cole Palmer against Brentford's actually not going to be too bad. That leaves you with Verbruggen on bench, Ismaila Sarr as first sub, Milinkovic and then Cucurella. I mean, the bench is pretty stacked and I'm concerned that I've got it wrong yet again. In fact, I'm almost convinced that I've got it wrong yet again, but I'm pretty happy with it nonetheless. So that brings us to the end. If you're on Wildcard 31, you've got 2 different players. You can go all in on the free hit 34 or you can go all in on the non-free hit 34. And if you've got your assistant manager chip, you can actually wildcard this week and not play it. Most people probably, this is coming out a bit too late for that particular play. But if you're one of those people that was thinking about playing at 35 to 37 and you're wildcarding this week, the assistant manager chip is definitely in play with that second draft I showed you. And hopefully that makes a bit of sense. I'll see you later on today for a deadline stream. Again, apologise for the lighting, but I'm on holiday, so it's going to be like that. Hopefully the audio is still really good, and I'll see you for the deadline stream. That's been the D Unit. Make sure you give us a like and give us a sub as well. That'd be awesome. See you later.